batch 115. We're gathering our 8 pounds of 2-row here out of the bulk container. I'm measuring it out here on the scale. It's off camera. I got 4 pounds in the hopper already, so we're at 3. Here we go. And 4. That's 8 pounds of the 2-row. I got that right here, going in the hopper. It's in the dish here. So this is going to be a pumpkin beer, I do believe. I think the wife's picking up a pumpkin. This is kind of behind the scenes, so writing in a recipe. 8 pounds of 2-row I got to get ground up. Alright, we got that ground up. A couple more ingredients to go. So we're going to be making a pumpkin beer out of 3 pumpkins. It's almost 9 pounds. We're going to roast these pumpkins in the oven. Some will go in the mash. I think we're going to do an overnight mash. And some will go in the boil. We'll play it all by ear with the rest of the spices. And it's going to be a pumpkin type Marzen type Oktoberfest beer all in one. Once the spices get in. Here's the, we're just doing it for, here's the pumpkin. It's actually almost 9 pounds. And we're going to put it in the oven for a little over an hour until it softens up. We'll see. Maybe we'll even cook it longer. But I'm almost determined we're going to do an overnight mash today. Batch 115. This is going to be a pumpkin beer. This is going to be our pumpkin beer here. We got the wife in the house. She's grabbing the pumpkin that we roasted. So we're going to dough in with this. We're going to do an overnight mash tonight. Because she's late. Here we go. We're going to get the hops here now. Next, the wife's going to open that package for me. We're going to put in some Cascade hops right into the mash. These are 2021 season. Oh, we got so many hops here coming out of our butt. So we're going to put these right into the mash. That's 3 ounces. This is how we do our pumpkin. That's just the 3.
That's
oh boy.
That is 4.5 pounds.
Yeah, we're using 8 or 9 pounds of pumpkin here in a minute.
That's 4.5.
Wow, that's a lot. Look at that, Captain. There's a lot going to go in here. We know we're going to get a stuck mash. You just know it. Oh.
I mashed that up with my masher.
Watch this. We'll stir it up once it's in. Oh, she's in. And we're going to throw another
4.5 pounds.
3 or 4 pounds right into the boil. Along with our spices, cinnamon sticks, allspice, pumpkin spice. Barely got room for the cover. And like I say, an overnight mash.
They did the monster mash.
This gauge is 2 degrees higher. It's showing 158. So we're at 156. 156, 157. You couldn't get better than that. I mean, you could, but I can't. I can't. How you doing? Batch 115 today. It's a pumpkin beer made with all the good pumpkins. 9 pounds of pumpkin is in this mash, along with 3 ounces of homegrown 2021 hops, Cascade hops. And we're going to the boil kettle right now. We just ran a small Verloft. Yeah, she's going to the boil kettle now slowly, so we're going to go in and finish our coffee. And we'll come out here and get this thing, we'll get her boiling. Quiet, we're filming over here! So 1 big spoon.
No.
Oh, you want this one? Okay.
Teaspoon.
So we got to be careful here, guys. 1 teaspoon of pepper, actually, on the Plagiarizer pumpkin. 1 spoon of pepper is in. How you doing? We're going to go with, oh, these are small. 2 cinnamon sticks. 2, 3, 4, 5,
That's it? Extra one?
6 cinnamon sticks. Today's in. So, this is our pumpkin beer. We already had 3 pounds of pumpkin into the mash, along with 3 ounces of homegrown Cascade hops. So on with the pumpkin, we have another over 3 pounds of spice here. Oh, look at that. The camera's going to pick that up. All blended really nice. And if I don't roast it, it has been roasted in the oven. So if I don't drop this and splatter myself, we'll get that in on the boil here. I'll have to stir it because it's probably going right to the bottom. So it's a total of
9 pounds.
about 9 pounds, we said earlier. 8 to 9 pounds of puree of 2 beautiful pumpkins we found local at the local farmer's market here.
3, but that's okay.
3 pumpkins
Don't mean to correct you.
at the local farmer's market. How you doing? I need a lot of correcting anyway. We collected 8 pounds of wort. So, look at that. That's going to break up mainly. I'm sure those skins, there's a few skins in there. Not much. Let me just give it a nice violent stir here. Most of that's breaking right up as a puree would. Look at that. Nice. Now that we got that in, I'm going to get another bricks reading. Or another reading. Hydrometer is going to give her another reading. At 1040. Oh, we're approaching the hot break. I'm not seeing the gauge, but some of it, oh, there we go. Started to boil. Just started to boil. I turned the camera on. So this is the 46 Plagiarizer pumpkin. And she's coming to a fruition of a hot break here. We're going to put the hops in. We're going to have 1 ounce of Hirschbräucher hops for 60 minutes and 1 ounce of Hirschbräucher hops for the last 15 minutes. And then some pumpkin pie spice, Irish moss. Here we go, beautiful. Look at that roll over. That is gorgeous looking.
The smell.
That is really nice. So I got to get at the hops and make sure this does not come over the top on me. I better get on the gauge over here. And she'll roll over here. She's trying to make that hot break. I think I can look away for a second and grab the bag of hops, boy, I hope. So we can actually use that bag of hops. First edition of Hirschbräucher going in. I use that to stir this foam up. Like I say, I don't use a foaming agent. If there was smell-o-vision out there, I think like Captain Bailey says, boy, you just want to live here. This smells so pumpkiny. And speaking of Captain Bailey, I can't wait to make his pumpkin soup. The wife says, she just shook her head, yeah, she says she's had that as a kid. And we haven't made it since, or we never made it here. There's the hot break, rolled right over, beautiful. All right, got fans running here. She's a little, So, basically the last 15 minutes, you're gonna have to edit this and make it louder. Another ounce of Hirschbräucher hops are in. I'm gonna turn those fans off. So the Hirschbräucher hops are in. How you doing? We're going to go with 2, maybe 4 teaspoons. 1, 2, 3, 4. You want 6? 5 and 6. And this was a homemade allspice. We ran out of it, so we had our home cloves and clovers and nutmegs and all that stuff. So that is noisy, this fan. So that's in. We need a cap full of Irish moss. We did get the Hirschspracher hops are in. And I'll check this to make sure it's Irish moss and not pepper. I want to throw a little of ferment K in at this particular point in time. And I'm just going to sprinkle it on this wooden spoon that I have here. The football game started. We're winning here, so I want to get back to it. I got to get the work chiller over here and everything. So a teaspoon of, a lot of guys don't use this. Come on. That's in. Or nothing. Vermate K. And we're 15 minutes from flame out. Alright, 1 even spoonful. She in! And I need a cap anyway. 10:58. We're going to add a little honey just before flame out here. Just to bring up the ABV a little bit. Don't think I'm going to use it all. And then we'll get another reading here in a minute. 1060. Yeah. We take the hot bags out. And it's flame out time. It's flame out time. Get a little water running through it. It's a good idea so you don't end up with a steam burn. Put her in and we're chilling. But anyway, we sanitize the spigot here. We just run a little bit of work through there just to get her out of there. And I'll go ahead and we'll finish that later. We'll get our fermenter underneath there one more time. Dump out the rest of the sanitizer that might be in there a little bit. Into position. The work chiller is still on. My valve is closed. Expect a lot of trouble out of this one. And here we go, full throttle. And she is filling. All valves are closed. The color is beautiful, the smell is fantastic. Our yeast package today is going to be the T58. I'll sanitize that now, let it sit up on the shelf here. Sanitize my scissors. My big bucket here. My lovely bucket of sanitizer. I got a sanitized pack of yeast. I'm going to put that in now. As we approach the 5-gallon mark, I'm going to probably have to tilt the kettle anyway. Don't know how much is going to get plugged in there. Ooh. They've been sanitized so I can wash them off in there. Or nothing with the yeast I spilled on there. So we're going to dump in the yeast now. And I'll dump the rest of the beer in a few minutes. Alright, we're going to have to tilt. Gently, my friend, gently. As the work chiller is going to slide and stir everything up. Okay, go back to your work now! Gotta be quiet, I'm filming here! Get away, I gotta film this! Here's the... We're just doing it for, wife's always over there. Quit correcting me over there!
Yeah, that's one to be accurate.
So here she goes. So be quiet, we're filming over here! That's crazy, huh? Alright, got fans running here. She's a little noisy in here. I'm trying to film. So, basically the last 15 minutes. So that is noisy, this fan. So that's in. The fan's noisy! Can't hear myself think! Brewing this one today with 9 pounds of pumpkin, a tablespoon of pepper, 6 tablespoons of allspice, homemade allspice, we were out of it, we mixed it together. Pumpkin spices. 6 cinnamon sticks, which will probably be plugging the nozzle up here any second.
And there's only 1 teaspoon of black pepper.
Or 1 teaspoon of black pepper. I don't know if I misjudged that.
1 teaspoon.
Alright, you're gonna correct me all the time over here!
I'll write it down for you.
We got it on the sheet over there, folks. Okay, here we go on the pumpkin. You're gonna get a taste test on it and see if she's carved up enough. It doesn't really look like she's carved up enough yet, though. They got Tim there for Tim's Brews on a live stream. I told him I'm gonna go pour one. See how she came out here. So let's get a look on her. Dirty glass, dirty glass, dirty glass. You can see the bubbles on the side of the glass. They're dirty. As far as the carbonation,
I don't know if you got a
we're
bunch of rescues
7, 8 days in.
or you rescued a bunch,
I'm seeing some good sized bubbles. I don't have a head. I got 0 zip for a head on this pumpkin beer. Oh, I smell, this is the review I guess I'll be putting up online. So, got some bubbles, no head. I'm definitely smelling cinnamon, allspice.
Oh, okay.
Because I know I put that in there. We
We
brewed it with Hirschbrocker hops, which is a spicy hop too. And we got a little bit of rye in here, which adds some spice. And also we fermented it with a T58 yeast, which is another spicy yeast in general. So I expect to taste spicy pumpkin. The smell is fantastic. Cinnamon, nutmeg, all the pumpkin spices. The color's spot on. So on with the taste test. I got an IPA sitting here. I just had it, so that's probably going to spoil the taste of this, but here we go.
Volunteering in it.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. We
Try to
volunteer.
turn Timmy down here a little bit.
Dogs.
Wow. I used a little Rausch malt in here also. I get a little smoky flavor. I'm not smelling the smoke, but I got a taste of smoke. My mouth feels really good. It's not like a Sam Adams. It's nowhere near as sweet. And I'm going to call it, it's nowhere near as done carved. We're 7 days in there sitting at a low pressure. We're at like 8 pounds of pressure. And I usually give it a week and a half. A little bit more than a week and a half to carve up. And I don't expect too much of a head on this anyway. Why'd you put your hand in front of the camera like that? You're going to wreck the whole shot! So now with the taste, that's pretty darn good. The wife's going to get one and she's going to confirm it. I can taste the rye in the background with the spicy T58 yeast.
You heard what I said, right? She gone.
She is good. I'm telling Tim right now. Great tasting pumpkin, Tim. Great tasting pumpkin. It tastes really, really good. It's not like the Sam Adams. It's not sweet. I mean, there's a little sweetness there, but that would be the Munich malt. But she's not a carryover in a super sweetness. The wife has one with a better head on it.
But she is the loudest dog you have ever heard before in your life.
You can't hear him. Oh, that's a good beer. So I'm still live here, I'm not live, but
The floaties are gone.
this is a good tasting beer, and there's not that many, floaties in there at all. So I'm going to say proust to everybody out there. And I'll call this a good one.
When the sun comes in,
A little vanilla.
or even the daylight.
I'm a terrible
comes
taste
in the
tester,
window,
but I guess that's my review for my
this
pumpkin
dog
beer.
starts barking.
This is called Old Plagiarizer
She barks
46.
so loud,
Proust.
so bad.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
Just read it.
Yeah, I can't read it. There's no words. What that means. That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a